Take a look at this skyline. For a high-earning professional in Dubai, this represents the ultimate financial playground. Zero income tax, massive earning potential, and a highly visible standard of living. But a high monthly cash flow is not the same thing as wealth. If that income is solely dedicated to maintaining an inflated lifestyle, you aren't building a financial fortress, you are building a liability engine. Think of your finances like this iceberg. The cars, the apartment, the lifestyle, that's the visible peak. But right beneath the surface is a massive structural vulnerability. What happens when the primary earner's health suddenly fails? Achieving true multi-generational security means intentionally closing two gaps in this exact setup: the immediate risk of a medical emergency and the long-term failure to transfer wealth. Without a structural safety net in place, a single crisis can dismantle a decade of hard work in a matter of months. A critical diagnosis does two things immediately. It halts your ability to generate new income, and it aggressively consumes the capital you've already saved. People often calculate the cost of the treatment, but they ignore the hidden costs of recovery. You have the total loss of the primary salary, combined with sudden spikes in specialized caregiving, home modifications, and emergency travel for family support. Your standard corporate medical insurance is built to pay the hospital. It will not pay your mortgage. It will not cover your children's international school fees, and it certainly won't replace your salary. Surviving the disease is only half the battle. Without an immediate injection of cash to keep your household running, the resulting financial ruin severely limits your family's future. This vulnerability is why SUNWELL was designed to intercept the risk. It acts as the first layer of defense, stepping in to absorb the exact moment of a critical diagnosis. Rather than leaving you to navigate a complex healthcare system alone, SUNWELL immediately pivots to precision healthcare, providing dedicated medical navigation and professional assessment. For instance, if you receive a cancer diagnosis, the plan includes access to comprehensive genomic profiling. This is a highly specialized blood test that maps the exact genetic mutations driving a specific tumor. Medical teams use this DNA-level map to bypass standard trial-and-error treatments. They can immediately deploy a highly personalized, targeted therapeutic plan based on your unique genetic makeup. SUNWELL provides targeted medical navigation exactly when you are most vulnerable, maximizing your best chance at physical recovery. But beating an illness requires time, and time is exactly what a high-earning expat with heavy monthly liabilities cannot afford. This animation illustrates how the Sun Cash support benefit, available in the Supreme tier, fills the void. It actively replaces lost earnings by paying out 1% of the policy's original sum assured every single month. That steady monthly payout continues without interruption for up to 18 consecutive months, and it notably requires no ongoing proof of late-stage medical care to keep paying out. This creates predictable liquidity. It covers the rent, keeps the kids in school, and manages the daily living expenses while you focus entirely on healing. By ensuring your family's standard of living never drops during a medical crisis, SUNWELL completely seals that first highly volatile gap. Once the immediate risk of a health crisis is neutralized, we hit the second major flaw in the typical expat strategy: failing to compound and transfer wealth across generations. This infographic details the life cycle of a SUNJOY Global 2 plan. If you look closely at the left side, Section 1, you can see how SUNJOY forms the architectural foundation for multi-generational wealth. Notice the timeline. You don't have to pay into this system forever. You can fully fund the policy in a condensed 2-year window to maximize your peak earning years in Dubai. As we move along the timeline to year 6, the policy hits a break-even milestone. From here, the underlying environmental, social, and governance assets stabilize and begin their autonomous compounding. You take a temporary, high-income window and deliberately lock it into a permanent, self-sustaining financial engine. The true test of wealth isn't accumulation, it's transfer. Normally, passing assets down to your children triggers heavy estate taxes, probate delays, and immense legal friction. SUNJOY bypasses this legal friction with an unlimited change of insured feature. You can seamlessly swap the name on the policy to your child, allowing the capital to compound continuously, tax-efficiently, up to age 120. But neither of these tools works in isolation. A legacy plan will collapse if you are forced to liquidate it to pay for a sudden health crisis. Conversely, A medical safety net is only a temporary fix if you lack the long-term capital to back it up. Integrating these two layers ensures that a sudden medical emergency doesn't force a liquidation of your family's long-term wealth. One provides the liquidity to survive the crisis, while the other maintains the compounding engine for your heirs. Talk to your advisor today to implement this system.